Greetings, star-powered friends. My name is Alejandra Sofia, and thanks for tuning in. Today is January 7th, 2019, and I'm tuning in to the week ahead from today until January 13th, 2019. I am challenged. I have blown the upper registers of my voice box. I have a little bit of a cold. I had a powerful weekend activating the new moon Capricorn eclipse, and there's much that I want to share about this week ahead. So please bear with me, as I don't want to hold back on my industry of developing my page and my content. And most importantly in all that is I want to share what's happening. My intention is to empower you. My intention is to uplift you. My intention is to invoke the power in you because of what I see in these archetypes and this powerful mythology that we are living. It's a living astrology. Astrology is living. And it's living because you're living. It's living because the earth exists. And the earth exists because of this myth and the human beings that inhabit this planet are the living mythological unfolding on planet Earth. So all I'm doing by speaking to the latest transits, the latest updates, is tuning in to the channels, the true voices of the archetypes that are living through each one of us. So here's the week ahead, and I'm relentless in my pursuit of developing on my own personal level, developing my own industry that's coming from me and my empowerment channels, and in pushing into my next level, because that's what we are inside of collectively right now. We are going to our next level of evolution, of advancing ourselves in personal ways and in collective ways, because the personal weaves in to the collective. So in my pursuit of meeting the places in myself that were being called to activate, I did a new moon Capricorn eclipse reading, call, and I did a few powerful readings, New Year's readings, and I blew the upper registers of my voice box, which is fascinating to me. And on that level, there's a Capricornian lesson here. I'm in the midst of one of my Capricornian lessons is, if I'm going to meet these other levels, I need to downstep as well. I need to build my container. I need to learn how to use my voice and my power centers more deeply, because as I tune in to what happened, like why I need to learn more about my voice box. I need to learn more about how to hold my voice and my breath while I'm pushing and I'm sharing and I'm tapping into people and tapping into their charts and doing some deep excavation of their story to help uplift them and bring them to their next level. I have to go deeper in myself, and I have to blow through places inside of myself that are pushing out. This is my power book. Pushing out and not grounding in. And so now, in the midst of my present lesson today, January 7th, 2019, tuning into the week ahead, that's what this week is about. Yes, and this year as well. But this power week right now, because we are in the sign of Capricorn, that means the sun is going through Capricorn, while we have Saturn in Capricorn at 13 degrees Capricorn, and then Pluto at 21 degrees Capricorn, and the new moon that eclipsed. So that means the moon partially eclipsed the sun on Saturday at 5:28 p.m. Please bear with me with my throat and the sound of my voice. If we're going to power up, we have to center down. We have to center down deeply into the earth. And that's what this week is about. This week is about getting real with yourself. That means tuning in and letting yourself feel and get real with these deep truths in which you've been holding yourself in disempowerment and holding on to the patterns, the emotional patterns that have been binding you unconsciously, and the places you've been afraid of looking at. And so that's the central line here, the central line of intelligence that's streaming through you is like, honey, just look at yourself, the dispassionate Capricorn, the one that's not judging you. But if you'd use your Capricornian life stream, that we each have streaming through us to judge yourself, it's going to be really tough to forgive yourself and love yourself. There's a place that lives deep inside of us that is beyond forgiveness because it just is. It just is. And it just loves you. And it is your power voice. Yes. And that power voice is what I see this week with the sun coming in to an exact conjunction with Pluto on Friday the 11th. It is an opportunity to crack something open inside of yourself that allows the real you to be edified. Yes. To crack through a self-judgment, to crack through an emotional place because of also something that's happened. There's what I see is 4 powerful conjunctions this week. And with the sun coming into conjunction with Pluto, and Pluto's deep. Pluto is your deep voice. Pluto is your deep power. Pluto holds the secrets to your true self, and your true self is a power chamber of your power. It's a power chamber of your power, and you hooking up. Unhooking, it's been a process. It's a process of unhooking deep emotional lines of power sources, inner power sources to yourself into false power structures outside of yourself. So it's a week of continuing that process, but it's a whole new level of it. It's a whole new level of it because I do feel on that. With what happened, one of the things that happened yesterday is that Uranus went direct. Now, Uranus is a magical energy. Uranus is a wizard, is a thunderbolt of creativity, of electricity. It is your connected to your creative power and intelligence. And as you tap into this electric energy that is also connected through your pineal gland as well, and it is connected into what I call they're just the upper chambers of your energy body, into etheric, that connects into etheric akashic memory. And so it is Uranus has to do with, Uranus is about crashing the models, the false models, the models that have been holding you in diminishment, and in this getting real process, the more you can just come into a clear line of non-judgment, because that's it. Don't judge yourself. Don't and that judgment that you use to unconsciously, and this week get more conscious about that allows you to illuminate and go beyond it. Go beyond the judgment that will help you access your dream. This week as well, with the moon coming into conjunction with Neptune, and while Saturn is coming in, while the sun is coming into a conjunction with Pluto, it's all within the same times, like 24 hours. That as you're tapping into your dream, what the dream that you're dreaming deep inside of you, and having the courage to dream it, and having the courage to look at some real pieces that have been holding you back, and they're emotional, They're your ego. And as you're tapping in deeper to your soul that loves you and loves the earth and loves the people that you belong to and the community that you belong to and the humanity that you belong to. Maybe not always the times you belong to, because they are very it is the very challenging times that we're in. But if you want to arrive and be here and get on with your life and know that, wait a minute, I might be a timeless being, but I am time bound. And so you have a birth, you've had a birth, and you're going to have a death at some point. There is limitation in this three-dimensional reality we're living. So as you're getting real with that and that part of you, and that's what I feel this week's about, is just really getting real with yourself. And that's using compassion and empathy and understanding, that helps you understand yourself so that you can stand in yourself, so that you can stand in your power. And so there's in Capricorn, in the empowered Capricorn, that's willing to like look at things and be just real clear and honest. That's the true Capricornian stream. It's just clarity and honesty, and it's backed up with love. Capricorn has a backbone of love. So it's grounding deeply in and going deeper with yourself this week and cracking through some emotional patterns that are like, I've got to be done with this. I've got to be done with it. And use all the cuss words that you need and let it out, let it, feel it. And that's an essential piece as well, is to feel and not close up and not be despondent. It's to get to these very real feelings that live inside of you and empower yourself. So with making deeper contact with yourself and leveling up with yourself, of just being like, getting real with yourself, it will help you get real with your time. It will help you get real with your relationships, your communication. And another area too this helps to clear up is time management as well, is as you're wanting to thrive in your reality and bring yourself to new levels, is you want to create the spaces that you need to do what you need to do for yourself. So it's just more time management strategies. So that's something I'm really came up against today as well, and having a lot of confusion about a lot of different little decisions that I have to make every day that I come up against, and just kind of came up into a moment of a frustration, and hearing the frustration, saying it out loud to a friend of mine who heard me and reflected back to me. That was really helpful, because I'm in my reality and I just needed help. I share this with you because we need to come out with our emotions, and like, I'm frustrated, and this continues to be, I need help. I need someone to help me in my reality as I'm creating it, because I get confused. So there's a lot of decisions to make on all kinds of levels. And the Capricorn live stream is about getting clear with yourself. And in order to get clear with yourself, you have to get clear with your emotions. The opposite sign of Capricorn is Cancer. And Cancer is a water sign. So it's about cracking through some old patterns, Capricornian patterns of holding up and withdrawing your love and getting kind of thin. And that's how it feels when I go into that aspect of Capricorn that's cold and unforgiving and judgmental, and this is the way things work, and really just sort of dropping into my emotions. And then when I'm tapping into the Capricornian Cancer polarity within myself in a way that feels good and open and wholesome, I can laugh things off. I can make mistakes and not judge myself and others. It's a two-way street. Self is a two-way street. I'm finding out it's a two-way street, and a two-way energy pathway. It's probably a better way to put it. I hope you're enjoying my raspy voice. So, and that's part of it. See, that's part of what I needed today, to just be like, I can be goofy. I can have fun. I don't have the perfect background. I'm in my closet. My lighting isn't perfect. It's not, when I say perfect, it's not the way I want it. Nothing's the way I really want it right now. Nothing's the way I really want it right now. My voice isn't the way I want it. My background isn't the way I want it. Lots of things that happen today aren't the way I want it. And it's part of the process. It's a part of the creative process. I made some powerful breakthroughs today. I had some powerful insights, so incredible. And I can't wait to, and that just made me emotional to feel that. Like, I'm having these powerful insights, and I can't wait to organize myself enough or I just felt some judgment there. So I'm glad to share these really raw moments, because I feel like these are moments that we keep to ourselves. We don't share them with people, and right now this is just what's happening. I did not plan this, and just being real and raw and in the moment, like that's what this week is about. Is just, it's time to we have to open up to each other. We have to open up to each other and be more visible with our feelings, and come out with sharing. It's challenging. And so the old Capricornian holding up, and I can't show this face to the world, and oh my God, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Like, there's no way you're supposed to do it. That's when love is pouring through you, it's wholesome, it's good. It's just a process. We're in an unfolding. It's day by day, it's moment by moment. It is unique to all of us. We do have a common ground, and that's what astrology shows me and supports me with, seeing like that we have a common ground. We do have a common story that's unfolding, but it's unique through all of us. So it's really giving, like, this week has a powerful energy of just really giving yourself a break you deserve. And in a lot of ways, how that is going to serve you and me too. It's going to serve us to give ourselves a break and go beyond. That's going to help us go beyond and move more deeply with ourselves. And in that moving deeper with ourselves, we can make progress in these other areas of our life. So I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to make sure I've covered everything. Yeah, so, okay, I do want to say that by Sunday the 13th, it feels to me that there's a power for really kind of growing up and maturing some pieces in ourselves that is edifying and allows us to kind of sink deeper into ourselves. So I'm saying it from a we place now, but that's the general energy, for people who are working on themselves and empowering themselves to go deeper with ourselves. And I hear it and I see it in these different stories that are unfolding on the planet, and what comes up through my social media news feeds of, we're coming out emotionally and sharing, and we're looking at things a lot more and calling things out from the darkness of what's wrong and what's the failures of our government, the failures of our system. And that's what time it is. It's time for us to stop failing ourselves. And it is a failure for ourselves to judge ourselves and not love ourselves. And don't judge ourselves that we're judging ourselves, because that's one of the things that happens. Oh my God, I'm judging myself, and then we judge. So it's really releasing these old models and becoming more emotionally present. Oh my God, that's what Capricorn gives us. Capricorn is about becoming more emotionally present and real and authentic. And here I am in the raw with all of this. So, thank you. If you want to contact me more personally, you can reach me at starpoweralchemy@gmail.com. You can inquire about readings and sessions, and then you can also check out my website, starpoweralchemy.com. I hope you're having fun with this, my video today, and as I am struggling a little bit and just enjoying it while I'm just having a moment with myself. So thanks again, and I look forward to next week and having a clearer voice. Much love to everyone.